Hey, what's up everyone? The big question is how to get leaf stains off of vinyl, particularly if you've got those nice white tents, vinyl tents. You roll up a leaf in there and it stains it. It gets that brown stain that's nearly impossible to get out. Everybody is asking, how do you get this out? How do you get this out? I hear it all the time. Well, I've tried a lot of the solutions that are out there on the internet, and I've watched all the videos, and I've tried the toilet bowl cleaner and the Mr. Clean Magic erasers and even bleach, and nothing really works. So I tried something different and it worked, and it's been working 100% of the time. I'm not saying it'll work in every case. I really don't know, but what I would suggest is try it out. And if it works for you, put down in the comment section, hey, it worked for me or it didn't work. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I'm doing, and this is an easily replicable thing. You can do this yourself. It's very cheap, and the process is very simple. So first of all, here's the material we're going to use. You can see it right here. The biggest thing we're going to use is this stuff right here. This is what they call 50V or 50 volume, and this is a cream peroxide developer, and this is for hair. They use this for hairs, like to bleach them or to color them. We've also got gloves because this stuff is very corrosive. It's an oxidizer. And then we've got cling wrap and tape and a chip brush. And then the last thing we need is eye protection because, again, this stuff is very caustic and you should not get that in your eye. You will not enjoy that. So what we're going to do is start by painting this solution onto the leaf stain. And you can use that chip brush, but just make sure you get a good amount on there. And then we're going to cover that over with the saran wrap and then secure it with some tape. The whole purpose of the saran wrap and the tape is just to prevent it from drying out. We're going to keep that nice and wet and keep the solution on that stain for a long time because ideally you want this to be on there for 24 hours. Now I've had these stains be removed in about 2.5 hours, but ideally keep it on there as long as you can. The last ingredient we need is sunlight. This stuff is activated by UV light, so you need the sun in order to get this stuff charged up. So don't do this on a cloudy day. Don't do this in the dark. If you've got a stain on the underside of the tent, you'll have to rig something up like I did. You'll see a little bit later on in my video. I used some mirrors to shoot some light up underneath the tent to get at those stains that were covered. So let me show you a little bit about what I did here. And again, if you're gonna try this, make sure you post some comments, whether it works or whether it doesn't work for you. By the way, you can find the solution on Amazon, and this is about $30 for a gallon. Search for it. It's 50V or 50 volume. There's also 40V or 40 volume. That should work as well. So I'm here up on the ladder, and you can see over here, I've got 2 stains that I treated earlier today, and I put these, I put the product on them, and literally within about 2.5 hours, they were gone. And these 2 stains here I had worked on for a while. You know, I used a magic eraser. I left this tent up almost a full day. So it got hit pretty hard, but I tell you, the solution there took it off in about 2.5 hours. So you can see here behind me, this is on the underside of the tent, which doesn't get a lot of sun. So I rigged up this mirror here on the ground, almost like in The Mummy, you know, when they had to shine that light down in the treasure room there. So you can see this is shining up there on, I've got one of our stains up on the roof there. So the mirror bounces the light there, gets it on the inside of the tent. So here right above me, I've got one, and this one hasn't been hit by the sun yet. It's just had the material, the solution sitting on it for about half a day, and it's actually quite a bit lighter than it started, but you can still see it is a little bit of brown, and I'm going to show it to you here. I'm going to tilt the camera up, and then I'm going to hit it with my mirror, and you know, maybe about 2 hours from now, I'll check this again with you, and you will see the changes. So this is what it looks like right now. You can see there's still that brown center spot there. So we'll switch the mirror to this one and see what it looks like in just a couple hours. So here on the ground, I've got kind of a tester here, and I'm going to show you real quick. This is actually a bag, a tent bag. And you can see here I actually put one of the poultices there on that just to see if it does affect colored vinyl. I know our tents are all white. I don't really own inflatables, but I just wanted to check this out and see if the solution actually does bleach the vinyl color. So, you know, if you do have an inflatable, if you obviously use this solution on it and it turns it white, that's not really an improvement over the leaf color. I don't know, maybe it is, but not so much. So I wanted to just check this and see if it does impact the color of colored vinyl. Now, obviously, I haven't tested every inflatable out there. I haven't tested every single color. In fact, I assume the dyes probably have a different chemical makeup to them. So if you're going to be using this on colored vinyl, an inflatable or something like that, I recommend you test it out on a small inconspicuous spot first, just to make sure that it's not fading or causing a color change there. So here's the tent again, and this is about, let's say 6:30 p.m. So the solution was on there from about like 10 o'clock in the morning until about 6 at night. And it actually was gone much earlier than this. I just waited a little bit longer. And as you can see, I really can't even see where they were. Like I can't tell at all where they were. I would have to go back and look at video to find any trace of where they were before, but I can't see any staining right now or any evidence of where they were. And I'll call this pretty much a win. And here you can see above me, that was that big stain that I showed you that I hit with the mirror. This is the one that actually looked like a tree leaf. You could see the outline of the leaf there, and it's almost gone. Like there's just barely a shadow of brown kind of in there, but that's simply because the direct sun was not on there for more than about like 2 hours this afternoon. So I expect that if I leave this up tonight, it'll probably be gone by the morning. So here above me is that one that I told you I would show you just a couple hours later. And you can see there's still a little bit of staining in the middle there. You can still see a little brown shadow. And I think that's just because it probably had less than an hour of sunlight coming up onto that. I wasn't able to get the mirror on that. The sun was kind of just going very fast, so I wasn't able to concentrate that. I'm going to leave this tonight, and then tomorrow is supposed to rain, so unfortunately I probably won't get much UV light on there from tomorrow. But I'll hit this back, you know, probably 2 days from now. It's going to be a nice sunny day, and that should get rid of it. I'm going to call this one a win too, even though it's not completely gone. You can see that it's significantly lighter. Now let's check out the blue bag here and see how that looks. So here's that bag that I tested out just to see if this did impact a colored vinyl, and it actually does. And you can see here the vinyl is a little bit lighter where the solution was. I think that's something that you're really going to have to choose if you decide to use this method, is just be very careful. Again, this was on there for pretty much all day. So I started and I put this on the bag maybe like 10 o'clock in the morning, and it was on there until right now, and it's probably, I don't know, 7:30. So you know, this might be a case of you hit it just to get rid of the leaf and leave it on there for a couple hours and then take it off. But because this does fade the actual color of the vinyl, you're going to have to watch this really carefully. So again, if you're going to go this route, be careful. Don't leave it on there too long, or else it's going to fade the color of your colored vinyl here. And you can just see, I mean, it's not, you know, completely stripped down, but you can see a slight difference in coloration there. Let me get it on there so you can see where it was here. It's just a slight different color of the blue than it was before. That's pretty much what I have here. So this would be more useful for a white vinyl tent than it would be for colored vinyl. You could probably still give it a shot, you know, with the colored vinyl. Just make sure you're careful about, you know, leaving it on there too long. Again, you can find this stuff on Amazon, and I hope this helps you.